Alright, boys, this one's gonna be a little different today. I'm outside. I'm about to smoke me a good old cigar. This one's called El Jefe, the boss. That's what it means in Spanish, so let's go ahead and light this up. Hope y'all doing alright. We're gonna get right into it. First, let me light this up. Some ASMR. Understand this, guys. Wherever you end up in life, that's exactly where you're meant to be. Every single step of the way is a choice. And what you choose to do with that is where you're going to ultimately end up. Even in the times where you feel like you don't have control over your life, it's always under your control. I've been addicted to pills before, and even in times of addiction where the addict mind thinks that, they think they don't have control over their life because this substance is controlling them. But in reality, it's just a state of mind, your paradigm, and what exactly do you think. I hope this microphone doesn't die because it's red. But even in times where shit feels like it's going south and everything feels like it's going wrong, you're still in control. I know some people might think that when they don't feel like doing something, they're not as disciplined as they were in certain times of their life. And at some point in my life, I felt the same way. But you got to understand it's all under your control. And all it takes is one single decision. But wherever you end up, whether it's good or bad, you got to be proud of it because your choices led you to that point. Even in times where I was working a job and I didn't like the job, I hated it. I knew working a job wasn't for me, but I couldn't get mad at anybody. I couldn't sit here and get mad at the world because even when you feel like the world is against you, it's not. Because whatever you want to do in this life, you have the power to change it immediately. It might not happen in a day, but you can immediately start taking action and start affecting the trajectory of your life and where it's heading. The moment that I quit the pills, I immediately took action in changing the trajectory of my life towards a better path. And now I'm in a much better place financially, physically, mentally. It didn't happen overnight. It's been over 1,000 days, but it's immediate. The moment that you make a decision, that day that I quit, I said I will never take one of these pills again. And ever since that time, my whole life changed because of one decision that I made. And at the time, I was heavily addicted. So, to a certain extent, you might think that you don't even have control, but in reality, you do. And all it takes is for you to make just one decision and decide to change everything. But you got to make that decision. You got to decide what is it that you want to do. Do you want to remain in the same exact place where you are? And do you want to complain all day, complain to your friends, hang around low level individuals, and stay exactly where you're at, somewhere that you might hate, or start making different decisions. Start doing shit differently. Because I know it's cliche, but if nothing changes, nothing changes. So if you don't like your situation and where you're at in life, understand that it's not going to change at all if you don't start taking action. You don't start making decisions immediately. A lot of men think that they have a lack of knowledge, and to a certain extent, you might. Maybe you do. But a lot of times, it's not even about a lack of knowledge. Because I've seen people who know exactly what they're supposed to eat to get in shape, to lose the fat, to get a six pack, and they don't do it. So is that a lack of knowledge, or is it simply just a lack of taking action? Taking repeated action at that, because that's how you're going to get any results in life, is by staying consistent and doing the things even when you don't feel like doing them. Do you still stick to your word on what it is you need to do? Do you take action every single day, even on the days where you don't feel like it? Because that's the only way I've ever achieved results in my life. Even when I don't feel like doing some shit, I know that if I don't do it, I'm not going to get better. I'm in sales. And at first, I fucking sucked. Well, not 100% because I always felt like I had it in me, right? And everyone always told me. So I'm probably at a more I probably had a head start as opposed to some other people who maybe didn't have experience in the fields that I had with communication. So understand that the only way for me to really improve, because I've improved a lot, I've came a long way, even in YouTube. It's not by just sitting there and being mad at the world for whatever position I was in or whatever cards I was dealt. It was simply just me taking action repeatedly and staying consistent. The power of consistency is fucking crazy. I'll tell you that much. Anything that you remain consistent at, whether it's good, whether it's bad, you're going to end up exactly where you need to be because of your consistency. So understand that if right now you're doing all the wrong shit and you're doing it repeatedly and consistently, that doesn't mean that you lack the traits of consistency, because clearly you're consistent at something. You're consistent at playing video games. You're consistent at watching porn. You're consistent at doing all the shit that's wrong. And at one point, I was consistent at taking Percocets every fucking day. So the consistency is already within you. It all just changes the moment that you decide to make a change and to take that consistency and to put it in another area which will be more productive towards your life. You're consistent at going to the clubs. You're consistent at chasing ass all day. But you're being consistent at the wrong things, and that's where you're fucking up. But wherever you are at right now, it doesn't matter. What matters is, are you going to change it? Are you going to do something about it? Why is this shit fucking unraveling? Hold on. As men, we can't sit around and complain about shit. We don't have that luxury. We don't have the luxury that women have of complaining. And nothing against women. But as a man, you got to get after it. If you don't remain consistent at the things that you need to be consistent in, then you're going to waste all of your potential. Because right now, the man that you could be, the only thing stopping you is you. The man that you could be is the man who's in shape, is the man who is financially on point, the man who is mentally and has good communication skills, mentally on point, the man who takes risks. But you can't sit around and complain about shit. A man is not afforded that luxury. A man can't sit around and hope that his situation changes, because nothing's ever going to change. No one's going to come to save you. No one's going to come give you a helping hand unless you have a mentor. And at the end of the day, it's still up to you, because I have people that I see, and I see something in them. I see myself in them sometimes, and I give them some advice. I'll give them some wisdom for free, tell them everything they need to do to better their life, but it's still up to them. If they don't take action on it, and there's nothing I can do about it. So whether it's you going out there and searching the knowledge and trying to figure shit out, or whether it's someone giving you the knowledge, giving you the wisdom, and all you have to do is apply it, it's up to you. But we can't complain about shit. We just got to get after it, all right? Peace out.